huge breaking news as Warner Brothers is forced to testify against that certain Aquaman starlet, with a judge ruling against them and telling him, you will have to give deposition. Warner Brothers knows that this is not good for them either, because it's not just going to damage Aquaman 2. This will probably end Fantastic Beasts 3 and Fantastic Beasts as a franchise. You and I, we're going to talk about all of this today. Crazy times, huh? Crazy times indeed. Oh man, this Warner Brothers stuff, it is absolutely amazing. So hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. And this is a big decision, like a really big decision. Why? Because Warner Brothers is being forced to testify about their relationship with that certain Aquaman starlet, and they didn't want to have to do it. Not at all. Now, Warner Brothers has admitted in court documentation that this isn't just bad for them. This is very, very bad. That's why they wanted it quashed or suppressed. They wanted it shut down. But also, they wanted the hearing to take place July 19th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Well, guess what? That's not just past discovery. That's past the entire trial. So a judge said, nah, not so fast. Really drink this in. Order, non-party. A non-party, by the way, means that you're not JD, you're not that certain Aquaman starlet, and you're not one of the two main parties in this litigation. Warner Brothers Entertainment, Inc. motion to quash deposition subpoena for personal appearance, them having to actually pop up, give testimony in person, and production of documents and things, and or protective order came on for hearing July 19th, 2022, 8:30 a.m. Now, having read and considered, let's just say everything, skipping over all these words here, it is hereby ordered that Warner Brothers' motion is granted in part and denied in part. Now, when you see that too, that doesn't mean that Warner Brothers won anything. That just means that part of this, it went their way, part of it didn't. Now, the biggest part of this decision is right here, and this is what Warner Brothers did not want to happen. The motion to quash is denied. So, they can't shut this thing down. It is going to go forward. But, and this is where the granted in part comes in, and I do not think this is effective caveat for Warner, by the way, the motion for protective order is granted as to a 2-hour limitation for JD. So, JD's team, they get to move in, they get to ask anything they want for 2 hours. Ooh, that's a lot of questions you can ask. And a 1-hour limitation as to that certain Aquaman starlet. And I like this inclusion here too, not including discussions regarding objections or subject areas explored. So you can't run out the clock by saying, I object, I object, I object, I object. The deposition, it shall be conducted on or before March 17th, 2022. So you're talking about relatively soon, by the way. It has to be that too, because the trial, it pops off April 11th, unless extended by stipulation of the parties. Now, Warner Brothers already knows that this is going to be devastating for Aquaman 2. In fact, to try to undo this, they've admitted quite a few things about themselves and that certain Aquaman starlet that we'll talk about in just a second. But in the immediate, they know that this could not only destroy Fantastic Beasts 3, The Secrets of Dumbledore, but it could cancel the entire Fantastic Beasts franchise. I mean, Warner Brothers is so panicked behind the scenes about this trial that they moved the release date for Fantastic Beasts 3 to April 15th. Trial pops off April 11th. The movie pops off 4 days later. Why? Because there will be all of these headlines about JD versus AH, and they thought they could sneak that in below the radar, but now with them being a party to all of this, yeah, their name's going to pop off with this movie in headlines. How do you think that's going to hit it? I think it's going to hit it hard. I mean, you can see Warner Brothers panicking and the documents that they filed trying to shut this down, where basically they threw that certain Aquaman starlet under the bus trying to get out of this stuff. Props to the real Laura B on Twitter, by the way, for putting all of this stuff out there. Check their Twitter account out, but more than that, check out their podcast because, ooh, it is so good on this stuff. So, certain Aquaman starlet was cast in both the film Aquaman and its sequel, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, otherwise known as Aquaman 2, and was paid for her services on both films per the terms of her contract. That certain Aquaman starlet did not suffer any adverse employment actions by Warner Brothers in connection with either Aquaman or Aquaman 2 because of the allegedly defamatory statements by JD or Adam Waldman. That is important, by the way, because when you remove both components there, the entire case that certain Aquaman starlet put together, that falls apart here, that are alleged in the counterclaim. Again, that is their entire case. So, that is over with and done. Now, additionally, they made this statement right here, and I wonder what this really says. That certain Aquaman starlet's compensation for Aquaman or Aquaman 2 was not reduced because of the counterclaim statements. So was it reduced for other things? Because there are other statements here that make me think maybe, just maybe it was. That certain Aquaman starlet filmed Aquaman 2 between July 15th, 2021, November 16th, 2021, any alleged delay in picking up that certain Aquaman starlet's option for Aquaman 2 was due to creative issues in casting that certain Aquaman starlet in the role of Mira for Aquaman 2, which were communicated to that certain Aquaman starlet's agent at the time. So, they're telling you, yes, there were delays here, but those delays, we told them exactly why that was. That's important too, because they knew about that, and they still wanted to go forward with this action. Now, probably the most important statements that Warner Brothers makes, not just in this document, but period, come up in these next two bullet points. Any alleged delay in Warner Brothers picking up that certain Aquaman starlet's option for Aquaman 2 was not due to her dispute with JD or to any of the allegations in this lawsuit, specifically including the counterclaim statement. And also, Warner Brothers, they would not have paid that certain Aquaman starlet more money on Aquaman 2 even if she had more time to attempt to renegotiate her contract. Now, as far as damage to Warner Brothers' brand, Fantastic Beasts 3 or Aquaman 2 are concerned, Warner Brothers, they did all of this to themselves. They doubled and tripled down on their relationship with that certain Aquaman starlet. They unceremoniously fired JD behind the scenes while knowing the truth. And well, there's a lot more truth to get at, and we're going to see a lot more come out, in my opinion. But anyway, let me know what you think about this. And as always, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work. Thank you. Can't say that enough. Want to help out the channel? There are links in the description. Certainly check those out. They help us out. Thank you for checking those out. But also, you being here, that helps us out as well. Thank you. Appreciate you. Until next time, thank you again. See you soon.